worry about the point. If your team can't cap the point, something wrong with them. Look at this. That's how you play Yagorath. So hard for people to do and get. She's not a point frontliner. There is no point frontline. If you play frontliner, you should be at the front. If you get them off the point, down the front is their spawn. You don't stay on point. You don't go to point. You don't worry about point after that. Just get them off the point, then push them back. And I also don't get why when you turn on the music item on here, it doesn't go down. Doesn't even affect it. You have to turn on the master item for the music to go down, which is terrible. Yeah. Yagorath loadout and kit is designed to mess with the back line. It's designed to get in a fight, get a quick kill or two, or bother the backline so they are focused on you, then get out. Like her setup. Her talent is basically designed. This is a terrible talent. Never use this. If you do have to use this, you're in a really bad situation. This is a situational talent. It's not great because none of the cards work with this. This talent is your go-to for everything. Advance. Let's see. Piercing quills and acid spray. You use these together. While you're spraying acid, you try to hit somebody with a quill because they give you a 10% bonus for 3 seconds. Hardening is not your defensive option. This is your offensive option. Accelerate is your defensive option because if you are in danger that where you have to harden, just transfer them and get out of there. Do not use accelerate to go into the fight. Use accelerate to get out of the fight. Use primal vision to either find a target or use it to see if somebody's following you while you're getting out of combat. Acid pool to slow anybody down who's trying to follow you, but and everything, all of her offense, everything is offense on her. Accelerate. That's your defensive option. That's the option you use to get out of combat. This is you use this to get the damage. You don't use this to harden and try to protect yourself. Like there was time in the battle I was trying to use it to harden it to get explosion damage on people, but I was just sitting there and they just killed me. But I gotta stop doing that. But at the same time, that's how you do it. You're supposed to get out. Foreign swap is everything. It's a 5-second cooldown. So why would you harden it instead of just leaving the fight and coming back full health? So your loadouts are designed around different situations. The loadout you go for when you got a lot of damage in the backline, but no stuns. One build for stuns. One build for more for the tanks up front. One build for like tanks that got stunned, like Atlas and stuff. One focus if the team got a lot of stuns. These two are teams have a lot of stuns, but this is my weakest build because this card is really not great. After 3 seconds, it's just useless. So I'll go for this one because the quills. This if I hit 2 people, that's 500 per quill. If I hit one person twice, that's 500 for the 2 quills. So if I hit 2 people twice, that's 1,000. This is a must-have card in every loadout. This is situational. All of our other cards are situational. Every last one of them is situational at best. Some of these cards are useless, like this one, this one, this one. These are all 3 of these are useless. You don't need these. If you got to go with this card and get that 500 healing, you just hit them twice with 2 quills, or hit them 2 people with 1 quill. That's so much better than this card. This card is useless. And it's affected by Cauterize, so there's really no point in using it. This card is situational if you want more speed and hit and run build with these cards, but at the same time, it's you you, you rarely want to stay in your travel form because you want that 40% reduced damage. Uh, all the rest of the cards can be put in, slide in, but you know they're not really useful as more than one. I'm gonna stand in one spot and use coils and stuff more than 5 seconds when this card only lasts 3 seconds. Yeah, you know, and her form swap is roughly 5 seconds per form. So if you use one form, the other form also going to cooldown and have a 5 second cooldown. So when you swap back to that form, whatever cooldown you have for that form right then and there, it's going to be how long you have to take. So both of the forms have a 5 second cooldown. Okay, this is if you go for this, you might as well go for this because you get you have 8 quails. If you hit somebody with all 8 of the quails, that's 16. This is just 8. So you might as well just go for this. Oh. Well, yes. This is same with the other ones. This is just terrible. If this work on your own health, that'll be fine. If they work on both of the healths, yeah. But just your ultimate health, you're not using your ult that close, that far away from somebody where you need this. Like even during that battle, I had used my ult too far away and surrounded by people, and they just broke my ult. So I shouldn't use it that way. But I was trying to get a quick kill in. But that's not how you use your ult. You try to get behind somebody and just take them out really quick. So you have 6 low. Every player you play against,
Ash.
your loadout, you should have at least 6 loadouts. You can change the loadouts by just changing the name first. That's all you have to do. Everybody you play, 6 different loadouts depending on each situation.
Sky.
You have to vary your situation depending on what you're going up against. I need to rename this, but that's a different loadout. Everybody I play, I have no less than 6 different loadouts for what I need for what situation. I play him, but I only have 3 loadouts I change. I think it was these 3, but I'm still working on him. But I at least know I have 2 different loadouts. But yeah, everybody. Makoa. Because each situation calls for a different setup.
Furia.
I only have 1 for her. I have people I need to get back to working on and try out new people and stuff, but there's no one loadout you should have. So if you're playing Yagorath, she's not a there's no point tank, there's no off tank. It's just tanks or frontliners. There's no point frontliners or off frontliners. There's only frontlines that make space. A job for a frontliner is to make space. That's all they do. They don't just stand on point. They make space to keep other people from the point. Once you capture the point, then you keep them from getting to the point. That's what you do. You don't stand on point. All of your abilities and everything is to keep people off the point. So if you're playing her on point, you're doing a bad job. Because she have this talent, which is her worst talent. If you stand on point, you're just gonna feed them their ultimate. That's why this is the talent you go for. This situation at best, it's not great, but for each talent, there's an item you have to get, no matter what talent, what loadout you have, and that's veteran. All 3 of these are situational at after that. Let me show you. Here.
Of the team is each member.
Go here, go any one of these bills. But first thing I get on Yagorath, veteran. 1 veteran, whatever. And after after that, it depends on what they have. If they have a lot of AoE damage, I go here. If they have a lot of direct damage, here. If they have a lot of stuns, here. Or I'll go with my stun build, reduced stun build, one of my reduced stun builds, and I'll go with this to maximize it. If they have some invisible people or a Mave, I use Illuminate because supposed to work with Illuminate. But depending on what talent you go for, is what one of these you pick. But you always get this, no matter what. So, if I'm going against a tank setup, I get this and I pick this. If I'm going against a shield setup, this. If I'm going against a Nara or a Mane, I get this. Or Ying or whatever, I get this. Depending on what talent I use, if I go for her worst talent, I would get this and Rejuvenate. But I don't even Rejuvenate is just the worst item in the game. Oh, bar none, for real. Like people think Wreck Hair and all of this stuff, Rejuvenate is the worst because if they got Max Cauterize, Rejuvenate is not going to save you. Like Max Cauterize turn any healing you get down by 75%. So Rejuvenate is a max of 15. So if it's down by 75%, you getting what? What is it? About 3% of extra healing, but you're getting far less because of that. So that's why you go for a veteran, because you need that healing. You need to be able to get out of combat, heal up, and then come back instead of trying to have your healer focus on four different people. Your healer can focus on 2 people and you can come back full health. Or 2 or 3 people and you can come back full health. And this is also powerful on healer. Like, veteran's OP. You don't know how powerful veteran is. These, again, everything else is situation. And the 2 worst items to get on her, this one and more apples, because you don't want your ultimate out. This work with your tribal form stuff. But no, this works with your planting stuff, but not your travel, which they need to fix that. Everything else you go for a setup catered to their setup. Like, and also this is why I go for veteran first. I'm gonna show.
An enemy has drawn first blood.
I'm doing my stuff. That's 110 to 110 to 111.
I feel the
110 to 111 healing. That's a lot. But you get veteran too.
Killing spree.
It should be around what, 150? Oh shit! I hit the wrong button when I want to accelerate.
I feel it's time to augment my power.
Enemy rampage.
Again, accelerate. Watch how much I heal out of combat. What? 150, 152. That's a lot of healing. So now I'm back to full health and I'm coming back to combat. But let's get veteran 3. It should be like 193 to 190, 192 to 193, maybe 194 at max.
I feel the rumblings of a flank.
Boom, going. Using all my stuff. Alright, 192, 191. That's a lot of healing. So I'm back to combat. That's more healing than any healer can do to you. So after that, depending on my talent I go for, it depends on what else I get, if I go for any other healers. Because of this one, if I go for any of these, the other setup healing I most likely will be life rest. Because it stacks with your cards and stuff. If I don't feel like I need more healing, if I go for Psychic Strength, I'll go for this. If I go for Unnatural, this is a terrible talent. If I go for that one, I'll go for this. But after getting this, maybe this, I'll then work on these. and I might get one of these. So everything else, top and bottom, the two, I'll get these. Don't even worry about them. You shouldn't be using your stuff to need Chronos that much. You shouldn't be using them that way. Everything she has is you get to the back line, you cause disruption, and then you go. You shouldn't get morale boost or rejuvenate. They're literally the two worst items in the game. Like people like if they got cauterized, this is giving you 3% more. Congratulations, you got 3% more health, but you're losing far more. So it's best to just leave combat with veteran and come back full health and worry about you healing, or and then go for these. Depending on what you're going to get. If they got a lot of stun, get resilience max. If they got a lot of area effect damage, get blast shield. They got a lot of direct damage, get haven. They got a lot of shields, get red curve. They got a lot of healing, get cauterized. They got a lot of deplorable, get bulldozers. Deplore, pest and illusion, get bulldozer. I mean, they only got I think one person with pet, but yeah, they have. So basically, you get veteran for your healing, and then you work on the top and bottom row. Then maybe you get one other healing if you feel the need for. But outside that, you don't need any more of these after getting veteran and max out. So if you don't know how to play Yagorath, if you think she's the frontliner, go to point, stand on point. She's not. This is how you use all. Look how close I am to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, there. That's how you use her up. You get as close as possible and you ult them. Like if I use my ult from this far away, look how long it takes. You get to the point where the animation is real baby because default. This is too long. You should never do that. If you have to use y'all that way, you better hope you are by yourself. But this is what you do. Just roll in, come up behind him. Just really quick. Then you get out of there. Or you try to get another kill if somebody's low. But you don't stay in there. So, there you go. That's how you play her. That's how you play. You sneak behind. Oh. And then get out. You don't stay in there too long. You sneak behind, you get behind them. Do that. So you do that, and the rest of their team turn around, it may be too late for them. This may be too late, even if their team turn around and get you. It may or may not be too late, but everything she does, you get behind her, boom. And you right click and left click. Then you run away using your prime vision, dropping your ass behind you. That's how you play her. You don't worry about point. You don't worry about point at all. You don't go to point at all. You only go there after you're done with the backline. After you're done with the backline, that's when you go to point. You get the backline to run off, and you go to point. But after that, you either get them to run off or kill them. Then you go to point. After you're done with that, then you go to their spot. If if the point is all the way back there. The point is, this is the point right here. Right there, that's the point. I am gonna be and their spawn is all the way over here. I'm gonna be right here near their spawn. Looking for them to come out. Bring ass as soon as they come out. So, kill the asset. Acid and foil trying to slow anybody down. As soon as I get somebody down, as soon as I get all 5 of them down, or 1 or 2, and I might on purpose let one of them go by, so my team can handle them and just get rid of them quick as a hurry. But most cases, if they're spawning here, I'm gonna be like try to get like 100 users away from their spawn doors. That's how you play out. Then I get out. Why? Because now they have to walk to point.
Credits are worth nothing.
Then I'm gonna come back and cut them off before they can get to the point. Because by the time I done accelerating and make this turn and come around this corner, my health should be back to full or almost at full, and then I can start bottom again. Boom, do a lot of damage. That's how you play out. You don't sit on point like this and do. You stay still. Let me show you how much damage is up. I get 40. Look at that. He's gonna die anyway, but 1100 damage. That's how much damage that.
Patience, young one.
As soon as I roll up, I'm gonna try to get close as possible. So let's just go. Come on, hit that. Boom. Dead. Get him out. Enough. And then I'm coming if they don't focus on me. I'll go back to the same thing.
Power of singular purpose.
Dead. I'm down. 1 or 2 kills and I'm gone. Why? Because as soon as you're done
I
that,
feel that it's time to augment
they're
my
gonna
power.
try either focus you down or they're gonna be dead by you or your team. So that's how you play out. You don't stay on point. You don't go to the point. You worry about their backline, then you keep their backline busy. Keep the backline busy or kill them. That's how you play her.
I am Yagorath.
You have loadouts that is about self-sustain.
I am Yagorath.
That one card is basically your go-to card. That's the must-have card. This card keep you alive longer in the fight longer. You don't harden as a defensive option. You use accelerate for defensive option. And for people who think there's a such thing as a point tank or point frontline, you're wrong. None of them should be on point once the point is clear. Their job is to make space for you, to keep them off the point, to cause a problem for the backline if need be. That's all of their job. Once the point is clear, then you go to their spawn and keep them at their spawn. You keep them from getting to you. You space them out. You zone them out. You keep that space between the point and their spawn as open as possible. And then if you can't do that, you get back, you recover, and then you come back to the fight. But you don't stay on point with them. If you think you do, if you think that's your job, you're wrong, and get over it. Don't know how to play the game? Don't play the game. You want to be somebody who's simple. Plus, I got a bear skin too. It's weird. It doesn't say I won over 100 games, but that's how you get the skin. You have to win 100 games in ranked, but it bucked out. And it doesn't say I won 100 games. Where is she?
Genos.
I don't want anybody else. There she is. That's how you intimidate somebody. But again, if you think she's a point thing, you think you have to build a tank up build. If you think that's the way you go with her, you're wrong. So get over it and move on. Oh, I forgot. She had 4 counters. Tyra. Her first counter is Grog. Her second counter is another Yagorath with a far better build than the one you have. If you have a point tank build, you're just gonna constantly die feed team. Third counter is Cauterize. Because if you play on point, Cauterize will just destroy you. If their whole team got Cauterized, you're just gonna lose on point. You're gonna keep dying. Your healer won't be able to heal it, you enough. And a 4 counter is Tyra. Burn Monster Bitter is a help, but again, right setup, you can just dodge Burn Monster. You can get out Burn Monster and kill Tyra. So, don't. That's how you play her. Let's hope this doesn't bug out again.